epic. Hey yo, what is up guys? It is I, DPX here. Welcome back to another review. Today I'm reviewing Space Jam: A New Legacy. The sequel to Space Jam from all those years ago, 25 years ago, where we had Michael Jordan crossing over with the Looney Tunes characters. And this, it's LeBron James crossing over with the Looney Tunes characters. And what do I think about it? Well, let's get into it. Before we do that, you know what to do. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell, and leave a comment, or I'll steal your son. That sounds really fucked up. Look, you'll have to, if you've watched the movie or even seen the trailers, you'll get the joke, alright? Space Jam: A New Legacy. Now, I want to get one thing straight. There's this little kind of running joke I have that the first Space Jam is the most epic movie of all time, 'cause it is, alright? Name me one movie that's more epic. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's Space Jam. Space Jam's not the best movie of all time, you know, but it has a story that works. It makes all like this concept work, you know, and it's such a fun movie. That's why I say it's so epic, because it's so much fun. And Space Jam: A New Legacy. Well, I can see a lot of people not liking this movie. And I could totally understand why. It feels like one big advertisement for Warner Brothers, you know. It feels like it's, you know, we see so many references and Easter eggs and cameos that it's honestly like absurd. Absurdly good, yeah. And they're good references, good Easter eggs, good cameos, you know. But sometimes it can even get distracting. Like during the final game, at times it was a little distracting just how the entire crowd was made up of a bunch of, like, you know, Batman and Joker and Robin and Pennywise, you know. So, like, that could be a little distracting. Also, LeBron James, I'll give him this. He tried his best. I can't be too, like, critical of his performance here, though, because he's not an actor. He's a basketball player. But I do think he should have been a little more, you know, expressive at times, you know. There are times where he just goes, oh no, I gotta save my son, where he should be a little more, like, you know, like, exaggerating a bit more. But I can't be too critical of him, because he's not an actor, he's a basketball player, and for that, it's not bad. It's not the best, you know, athlete performance I've ever seen in a movie or show or whatever, but it's not the worst either. I've seen worse. Story, while I didn't care too much about the story, because that's not necessarily why I wanted to watch this movie, the story is kind of the inverse of the first one, though, which I didn't like too much. The first movie was like the Looney Tunes. They had an issue. They were challenged to a game of basketball. They needed Michael Jordan, so they took Michael Jordan and were like, hey, yo, help us win this basketball game. In this, it's LeBron James who has the problem and goes to the Looney Tunes to play basketball. And it's just, I don't know, I don't like that as much. One thing I have to say, though, is the Looney Tunes characters, as always, I find the slapstick comedy from the Looney Tunes movies to just be so, I just love it so much. I mean, I could be critical of some stuff like that, but, I mean, this is Looney Tunes. They pretty much essentially created this type of slapstick. And seeing it in this movie was actually quite funny. I liked it. And LeBron James enters the Toon World, and he's animated, like 2D animated for a good portion of the film. You know, and in there they go to many different areas. You know, they go to Metropolis. They go to the Matrix. You know, they go to Mad Max. They even go to what looked like either Casablanca or Citizen Kane. Like, damn, they went all the way there. But I'm going to be honest, the third act of the film, the basketball game, was so entertaining. Holy shit. I was actually having so much fun. I had a grin on my face the whole time. Sure, the background characters were a little distracting just because there's so many references here, so many cameos, so many Easter eggs. But I don't know, it was just so much fun. That's what I came to see. That's what I came to see, and I got it. In this sense, I enjoyed this movie in a similar way where I enjoyed Mortal Kombat or Godzilla vs. Kong, because I went to those movies to watch the action, you know. I went to see Godzilla vs. Kong to see Godzilla and Kong fight each other. I went to see Mortal Kombat to see, you know, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, or, you know, Kano and Sonya Blade, or whatever other fights happened. I went to see those fights. For this, I went to see Space Jam to see the basketball game, and that basketball game was hella entertaining. So much fun. Also, Don Cheadle, he's in this movie as sort of like the main villain, Mr. Al G. Rhythm. You know, little joke there, algorithm, and you can tell he's having a lot of fun with this. This seems like a role that Don Cheadle would just phone in, sort of, but. No, he's having a lot of fun here. But one major problem I have with this movie, that's too long. There's a lot of stuff in the movie, I feel, that could have been cut out, you know. Like, honestly, the movie, like, slowed down an extra, like, 10 minutes, it felt. Every time since the point where they go to, where LeBron goes to the Toon World, that to the end, every time they cut back to, like, LeBron James's son and Don Cheadle in that one, like little, like, Matrix thing or whatever, it slowed down so much. You really didn't need to have that in it so much. The movie's 2 hours long. It doesn't need to be that long. I really don't think it does. Again, a lot of people are not going to like this movie because, you know, it doesn't feel necessary. It doesn't feel like it technically shouldn't exist. It hasn't justified its existence really at all. But you know, the first Space Jam was nostalgic for many people who grew up with it. That movie was huge. This will probably be the same deal for a lot of, like, this generation. I will say that I feel like the magic of the first one was kind of gone. I don't think you can replicate it necessarily. Just the idea of mixing, you know, having a bunch of Looney Tunes characters with, like, a professional basketball player, so like an NBA player like a Michael Jordan or LeBron James, is just such a wacky and loony idea that it works so well, you don't even need to, like, justify it, really. But it's also, like, somewhat of a novelty. I feel like if you do it again, it would sort of, I don't know, it sort of lost a bit of its, like, I don't know what the word is, but I hope you know what I mean. It's something hard to do twice, is what I'm saying. But it does it very well. It's not a very good movie, I'll say that. But I was hella entertained, because I got what I came for. And I wasn't expecting a great movie. Hell, I saw the reviews come out, and they were not so great, so I wasn't even expecting that good of a movie. So I guess going with low expectations, and you'll be surprised, I guess. I'm gonna give Space Jam: A New Legacy a 6.5 out of 10. I can't rank this too high, but again, it's Space Jam. Who cares? It's a lot of fun. I had so much fun with this movie. Yeah. Anyways, that was my review for Space Jam: A New Legacy. It doesn't beat the first Space Jam in pure epicness, but it's pretty epic. Anyways, that was my review for Space Jam: A New Legacy. I said that again. What do you guys? Have you guys seen the movie? Seen it? Have you not seen it? Have you? If you have seen it, do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you? Have you even seen it? If you haven't seen it, rather, do you want to see it? Do you not want to see it? Anything about the movie, let me know down below. Anyways, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.